Welcome to the September issue of Texarkana magazine. I'm Libby White, and we are here at the home of Kelli and Jeff Phillips for our special home edition. So where did you grow up, and what was your childhood home like?
I grew up in southeast Oklahoma. I grew up on a farm, ranch-style home. I'm the oldest of three siblings, well, two siblings of three kids. I had horses and cattle, and I had a great childhood.
I grew up in Claremore, Oklahoma, town of about 20,000 people. We lived about 11 miles outside of town, so we were out in the country. I mean, there wasn't very many people out there, and I grew up like Kelli in a 1,700 square foot ranch-style house, 3-bed, 2-bath.
Well, when you thought about your dream home as a child, what was it like? Kelli, we'll start with you.
Well, so when I was a kid, we loved to play MASH. And, you always wanted to get the mansion on MASH. And so I always wanted a ranch-style home, always. Which nobody in my family really had a 2-story house anyway, but that was a dream to have just a big, inviting, one-level, 1-story home, something grand, I mean, like I have here on the hill with a view.
Home to me is, where your family is, I never really had any desire for a big grand home or anything. A mansion, never. Just something small and comfortable and, family oriented. That's all I care about.
So explain the journey from selling your last house on Springwood Circle to where you are today.
Like I said, the house meant nothing to either one of us. So the market kind of switched, so we thought we could finally get rid of it, basically. And we thought, well, we need to figure out really what we want to do. We wanted some land, and I bought my practice from Dr. Pinkner when I first moved here. And that's kind of a neat story. Dr. Pinkner, he was kind of semi-retired. He worked 3 half-days a week, and he was just this great guy. And I knew him from conferences and, CE meetings and stuff like that. So I decided, I was living in Mount Pleasant at that time, working in Mount Pleasant. I decided to call him and see if he was interested in maybe selling his practice. So he said, yeah, I'll talk to you. So I drove up here one evening after work and met with him and Evelyn, his wife, at his practice on Texas Boulevard. And to make a long story short, within about 15 minutes, we had made a deal to buy his practice. And he sold his practice, his building and lot to me within about 15 minutes. Going back to the house, it was kind of the same deal. I knew that I wanted land out in the country. I knew he had land out in the country because I'd been out to his place before. And so we decided to ask him for dinner and said, hey, can you cook us dinner? So they said, yeah, we'll cook you a steak, So we came out and we visited with him. We ate steak. And so I got to ask y'all something. We're interested in buying your land. We would love to have you stay here forever with us. So what we want to do is buy your land. We want to fix it up. We want to cut an acre out for you, let y'all live here forever. We want first right of refusal on your house. If y'all ever decide to leave or pass away, then we get the first right to buy your place when you decide to leave. But we want to buy your place and fix it up, and we want to live here forever. And they said, that sounds like a good idea. So within 15 minutes, we threw some numbers out. We both agreed on everything. In about 15 minutes, we had a deal.
Wow, and how many acres is this property?
It's a little over 50 acres.
Wow. As Jeff has faced some health challenges, can you describe how those affected your building plans?
Yes, I have limb-girdle muscular dystrophy. Got that from my dad. He got it from his mom. It's autosomal dominant, but it's a wasting disease. Everything is good on my body, my mind, my heart, my organs are all good, but my muscles just slowly waste. And there's no treatment, there's no cure. All you can do is kind of eat healthy and work out as good as you can. So that's what I do. So yeah, when we designed this house, I said, I don't want any steps in it. I want 0 threshold doors. I want wide doors in case I have to get in a wheelchair. I don't want to be, scraping paint off the walls, busting around in here.
Because Kelli would be a crazy driver of that thing,
I'm
right?
OCD, because
Right.
I'm OCD. I'd be like, Jeff,
Yeah.
we're going to put you in a little wheelchair.
So we built a very open house with no impediments like that. A very open shower, so I won't have any problem getting in and out of that and getting cleaned up. It's not hard to build a house that is accessible.
So what was the most difficult part of the building process?
Finishing a house, is definitely the most difficult. Because, these guys, they have all these subcontractors, they have different jobs, they start, they have a limited amount of people. This has to be done before this, so it's very difficult to line everybody up and finish a house.
Well, what are your favorite areas of your home?
Okay, so I'll answer that. I was anti-pool when we first built. I thought, Jeff, I was a lifeguard. I thought, we don't need a pool. That's just work, They're not gonna swim that much. We'll just go to the country club. We use our pool 6 months out of the year. And if we're not in the pool, we're enjoying the back patio. So by far, the pool back patio is our favorite area. When we have guests over, we spend time out there. I've had, 15 pool parties in a year?
Yeah.
I'm always like, Molly, your birthday is always going to be a pool party. There's no negotiation because we just have a cool outside place to entertain. So I think me and him would both agree that outside.
Definitely.
What is your hope for your family in this home for the future?
My hope is my kids see this as, their house forever.